charged with this offense, you know what he'd say? I was hanging around with bad people, and I'd say, well, who are these bad people? And you know what he would say? You are.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
State versus Jonathan De Hoyos. Could I have parties announced?
Jason Gearhead for the state, Your Honor.
Sean Brown from Mr. DeWitt, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. De Hoyos? This?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest detention in a vehicle as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We'd ask to waive the PSI, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, he accepts responsibility. Obviously, we're here today. He's working. He lives with his family. He's got a good support system. Understands he made a terrible mistake and choice, and we're asking him to follow the agreement that we have with the state.
All right, how old are you?
23.
All right, why are you doing this?
It was a bad decision.
Why are you making bad decisions that could perhaps result in your death and other people's death?
Hanging out with bad people.
Now, if I talked to the person who was the passenger in the vehicle, if he were before me charged with this offense, which he can't be because he wasn't driving, but if he were charged with this offense, you know what he'd say? I was hanging around with bad people, and I'd say, well, who are these bad people? And you know what he would say? You are. And in the big scheme of things, you're the one who was driving. Did he have a gun on you making you drive? So you're the bad person, right? You still have a chance to change your ways. How did you get to court today?
Truck.
I'm sorry?
My truck.
All right, so what I can tell you right now, today is the last day you're going to be driving that truck. You know why? Because as a condition of your probation, I'm not going to allow you to drive until you complete the defensive driving course. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And after all of this happened, you live with your parents?
Yes.
They didn't take the keys to your vehicle and say you're not allowed to drive because you're not responsible? So I'm going to do it. All right. Are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
Auto detailing.
All right, you're gonna have to take the Via bus or get an Uber because you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand? Use words, okay.
And Judge, that's until he takes the defensive driving class and provides certificate to probation.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And there's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And when you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive
For what?
for no drugs.
I'm sorry, what?
For no drugs.
Just alcohol, he said.
Oh,
Oh, just alcohol?
I don't do any alcohol.
Well, I mean, what are you going to be positive for? Speak
Marijuana.
now, forever hold your peace, because you will be tested today. So what is it going to be? If you use earlier this morning, if you use before I'm placing you on probation, that's not a violation of your probation. If you use after, it's a violation. So what are you going to be positive for? Your attorney wasn't with you using drugs. You were with whomever you were with. He doesn't know. So what are you going to be positive for?
I mean, not that I don't drink or smoke or anything like that.
So you're saying when I send you to go do a UA, you're going to not be positive for any drugs? You need to use words.
No.
So you're going to be negative. All right, I'm going to want a UA today. And if the UA is positive, what's going to end up happening is you're going to go into custody and you're going to do a TAP evaluation in custody. You understand? All right, so there's to be a UA today. If he's positive, then you'll report back. Well, you're going to have to report back to court anyway. So if you're going to be positive from the testing, you need to make sure that your parents or somebody can pick up your truck for you. You understand? So there's a UA today, no later than 1 p.m. There's to be the defensive driving course. $100 hours of community service restitution. If you obtain some sort of trade school certificate or higher level of education, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with I saw his name.
Gilbert Lotta, Your Honor.
Thank you. There's to be no contact. Thank you.
Yes.
With Gilbert Lara. Field visits one time per month for 6 months. And it is to be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated concurrent with case out of Guadalupe County, number 231390CR. They're asking for 6 years deferred adjudication. Want to speak to that?
Yeah, Judge, I would ask that he get the 4. I think 4 would be sufficient under the circumstances of this charge.
All right, 4 years deferred adjudication.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in just one moment. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody if the defendant tests negative. If positive, then the TAP evaluation will be in custody. And there's to be no driving after June 10th, 2025 at 5 p.m. All right, I'm sorry. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You can't be racing through the city like this Fast and Furious, because even that, when they have controlled movement, people still are injured, and you're not a professional. You could have killed anybody. Your passenger could have been killed. And if your passenger would have been killed, you know what? The state would have been looking to file charges. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Or I should say, receiving charges from the police. And this would have been more than just an evading arrest and detention in a vehicle. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.